What is up, everyone? Everyone here being, guys, my updated new deck profile of DDD Predaplants for June 2017. Now, this deck is really fun. It's actually not my original idea like my like the deck profile did on DDD Monarch. It's actually an idea that came out from a guy named a channel. Sorry, not a guy. A channel called Zypher Games. Like, I probably butchered the name. I have a hard time sometimes telling names, but their original idea, actually, I think were the first ones. But yeah, so I did like the idea of that. I actually took it into motion, but I haven't saw them upload updated version with the maximum crisis support, so I thought, why not, I will do that for them instead, because I really think the maximum crisis give this deck a little bit more a boost and add a little bit more dimension, because I really don't like the DDD have the way to just set one board and that's it. So I decided to add the DDD and the Predaplants engine, sorry. But if you don't like it, you can always take it out and play the way you like, or in the old version. It's just the versions that I think like suited more to my playstyle. But without further ado, let's get started with this deck profile. So starting off for your Pendulum DDDs, you want to run triple copies of Ragnarok, because it's a revival and standard, and then just the one copy of Thomas. Now, in my extra deck, except from Kali Yuga, I don't have any other rank 8, so I don't feel this card more necessary. And I also I do like Greedy, but you know, it's not my first go into fusion plays, and this guy just, it could be really dead, so I decided to run, like, this is the correct ratio because it's not a pure DDD build. And then for my others, I run triple Kepler, because Kepler is really important. You want to have triple copies of this guy, because it's your searcher for dark contracts, spells and traps, if you don't know. And yeah, just really good. And if you banish him, I actually have a really, like, not, how can I say, original idea to bring him back, but it's really fun. So I will show you later what card I mean in the extra deck. So, and then double copies of Copernicus, because you don't need more than 2. It could become really dead really easily, because again, it's not a pure DDD build, so you don't want to run triple copies of this guy. So yeah, that's it for your pendulums. And now for your non-pendulums, you want to run triple Lamia, because standard, triple Star Slime, because another standard, and you know what both of those cards does. And then double Necro Slime and not 3 Necro Slimes, because I really like Necro Slime, but I just felt like, again, it's one of those cards you can drop down and it's really good still at 2. And I just wanted to add another card to the deck, which actually really helps to just giving a little bit more to the deck. You don't need to play it. If you don't want to play it, you can play the 3rd Necro Slime, but I just thinking like it's really adds, which is the new card for Maximum Crisis, and that is Ghost. I really like Ghost, because Ghost, if you don't know, has 2 really awesome effects. So first off, it's a tune level 2, so if you're stuck, you can use it with like oh yeah, Genghis. I'm sorry, I forgot the name real quick. But you can use it with Genghis to bring out your Siegfried if you're stuck and you have no way to continue your combo. As well, it has the ability, when it's sent to the graveyard, you can dump this, choose one DDD or Dark Contract monster in your graveyard and dump another copy of itself. So you basically can like get your Zero Slime, more of them to the graveyard, you get more Necro Slime to the graveyard, more Lamias, and it's not once per turn. Let me double check that, but I think it's not once per turn. Yeah, it's not once per turn. And its other effect is, when it's banished, you can return one of your banished DDD cards and return to the graveyard. So it's both effects, not once per turn, so that's why I might considering bumping up to 2, at least in my pure DDD build. But other than that, this card is really awesome. I really like it, and I really think it's underrated. So yeah, that's it for DDD lineup. Now we'll move on to our Predaplant lineup. First off, we run triple of the Terratop on cracks. On cracks is Orpheus Scorpio. If you don't know what it does, it's basically you ditch a monster card from your hand and then you special summon a Predaplants monster from your deck, except Scorpio. And the one you mostly want to go into is, sorry, not Clean Sandu, is one Darlingtonia Cobra, because when it is special summoned from effect of a DDD card, you basically add, not a DDD, Predaplant card, you basically add fusion spell or polymerization card from your deck to your hand, and you can only use this effect once per duel. So yeah, this card is really, really good. You can add the fusion spells that you need, so it's really, really nice. And then you already saw it, I run double Sandu. Now, Sandu is again another target with Scorpio if you need to. So it's giving you like 2 monsters on board to your fusion place, and also it can use like cards from your hand, so you can go for your dark fusions. And I really like this card at 2, not at 3, because I have again Scorpio as a card. But if you don't like the Scorpio, you can take it out, put the third Sandu, and just put traps or whatever, because I don't run traps in here. So that's at least my playstyle. And then one lastly monster, I run one Predaplant Cerasignant, because this card is a really, really good battle trap, and it's also when destroyed or sent to the graveyard, I get a search for Predaplant card. So it's really, really nice, and you want to run this engine in my opinion. And then lastly for monsters, I run one Max C, because I think like it's the only good hand trap in DDDs, because DDDs really, really clogs with other hand traps. So one Max C, because you can only play it at 1. And that's it for monsters. Now we'll move on to our spells. First off, we run Triple Gate, because your Searcher, and one Swamp King, because your fusion card, if you don't open up with your slimes, and whatever play you need to. And then for a draw power, you want to run triple Allure of Darkness. I do like this card at 3, and I don't like Desires, because Desires, in my opinion, kill the deck, because it's not a pure DDD build, and even my pure DDD build, I don't like it, but that's just me. I also run one copy of Upstart Goblin as well, because I really think that Upstart Goblin add to the deck really, really much. So yeah, I run one copy of that. And then one lastly for our, you could call draw, but I call it a recovery card, is one copy of Pot of Equitativeness. You can take it out and put whatever you like, but I just like this card because I banish quite a lot, and sometimes I banish way too much resources, and I want them back in my extra deck or my main deck, and just to get a free draw, so why not? And that's it for my searchers, or you could say draw and search powers. And then lastly, I also run one copy of Predator Running, because this card is a premature burial searchable for Predaplants. For fusion targets by Drowning Cobra, I run one Ultra Polymerization and one Fusion Substitute. If you could run the normal polymerization in here, but I really think that I really like the Fusion Substitute better, because it just basically gives me an extra draw. And Ultra Polymerization is a really, really underrated card. You pay 2,000, a special summon like with 2 monsters on the field, and cannot be negated, and then you can banish this card and special summon the 2 monsters you used for the fusion summon by targeting the monster that was, you fusion summon, sorry, and then basically get those 2 monsters on board again. So let's just say you use Scorpio and Darlingtonia Cobra. You can bring out a Chimera Rafflesia and then get a rank 3 on board. So it's really, really strong, really, really powerful. I love this card. It's really, really helped the deck. So, yeah. That's it for that. And then for our, lastly, we run also one copy of Foolish Burial and one copy of 1-for-1, because we have those really, really self-explanatory in any DDD deck. So yes, that's it for my main deck. No side this time, because I really think that side is still need a playtesting. So we're just going to jump right into the extra deck. So first off, you want to run double Genghis, because it's basically your main combo piece. One Dark, because another combo piece, and you don't need in this extra deck more than one, because you don't have the place. One Beowulf, because another combo piece and a really strong monster, and again, you cannot run more than one in my opinion in the extra deck. And then for our Predaplants, I run one Chimera Rafflesia and the one Greedy Venom. Now, I really would like to add a Starving Venom, but first off, I I don't really need that first. And two, like, I don't really want so much options for fusion for Predaplants because they're a secondary engine, not a main engine. So let's just say I don't open up with the card that I need. I don't want to block myself completely. So that's it for fusions. Now we move on to our XCs, and not XCs, synchro, sorry. One Siegfried, cause obvious, combo piece. One Alexander, cause obvious, combo piece. And then one Omega, not Omega, one Formula Synchron, and one TG Hyper Librarian for draw power. And then this could be any level 8 Synchro monster, but I just have Scarlight in here because my two other monsters, which are Omega and Crystal, in other decks, so I didn't have the time to take it out. But this can be like even Scarlight if you want to, because it can burn and just nuke the field and just give you power for gain. So I really like this, and yeah, that's it for synchros in my opinion. And now we'll move on to our X's. I run one copy of Kali Yuga because Kali Yuga, and unfortunately it's still a proxy, but I'm supposed to order one next week. And then one Break Sword to rank freeze, and one Lavier to another option of rank freeze, which I really like to use. It can really help your combos. And then one copy of Princess Proud because you could make it, and it's giving you a free mill or a free, you know, a card for your hand, like a spell trap to your hand. In this case, a spell. So yeah, that's it for my extra deck, and that does it for my Predaplants DDD deck profile for June 2017. Now this deck is really fun. I recommend to pick it up if you have, and it's really budget, to be honest. Like, you could switch some cards if you're feeling like they're high price. And it's pretty much budget because Predaplant is an underrated engine in my opinion. And you know, DDDs, you can have almost all the cards in structure deck, and most of the other cards are common. So yeah, it's really budget in my opinion. It's really fun, so hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, sorry. It's really helped the channel, and I actually noticed you guys start subscribing, and I'm really happy about that. So, yeah, we'll meet you guys in the next video, which probably going to be later today, I'm hoping. I do have a hard time, probably will have a hard time to upload videos in upcoming days, and because I did promise I will upload more, but something came up. But regardless, I will have the ability to upload some in the end of the week. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a good day.